So I want to share with you guys 7 secrets that helped me blow up my channel from nothing all the way up to 40 million subscribers. You see, 14 years ago when I started my YouTube channel, first off, it's crazy to say that. I've been a YouTube creator for 14 years. I almost feel like an old man. I started my YouTube channel back in 2012, and it took me almost 600 videos posted to finally get my first video to 1 million views. So needless to say, your boy was struggling, but over time I figured stuff out, and I eventually got a couple diamond play buttons. Here's all my YouTube awards, not to flex, but I guess I'm flexing. But I share this with you not to actually flex, but to let you know that the information that you're gonna get inside this video is the same information that I applied to my channels to help me get awards like this, but I'm also applying this information and growing other creators' channels in our programs like Blueprint Premium. And these are things that not a lot of YouTube gurus talk about. So let's go into the first one. Secret number 1 is obsession beats talent. Where do I even begin? I mean, that sounds a little harsh, and it's not always true, but in my situation, it was true. A lot of creators, when they're making content, they think they have to be incredibly talented. They think they're like, oh, I'm just not a talented filmmaker. I'm just not a talented editor. I'm just not talented at having a good personality. But most of the time, it has nothing to do with the editing software, the filming. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the obsession to get good. And that all comes down to one thing: output. When I first started my videos, they were terrible. I mean, look at this clip real quick. This was one of my intros.
Alright, what is up guys? It is Unspeakable Gaming, and today we have a mod showcase.
My thumbnails were terrible. My ideas were copied from other creators. My first 100 videos were completely copied from other creators, and I kept uploading and I kept uploading and kept posting and kept posting and kept posting. And slowly over time, I became obsessed with the idea of making better and better YouTube videos. And I was not a talented creator by any means. You handed me a camera and I was shy. I literally hid from the camera. I was so scared. I remember in 2012, I was, I believe, in 8th grade in middle school, and I was one of the shyest kids in my class. I could not talk in front of people, and there was no talent there. But over time, the obsession grew, and that's what carried me to success. Every single creator that you look up to, whether it's Mr. Beast, whether it's Mark Rober, Dude Perfect, whether it's my own videos, it doesn't matter. Like, every single person started off with terrible videos. And the way they get good is they become obsessed with making better content. Simple as that. You might post 30 videos and get no results, and then all of a sudden think to yourself, oh, YouTube doesn't work. Bro, you've only been at it for 30 videos. I didn't figure out how to make a good intro till I hit video 185. Obsession beats talent, period. The creator that is willing to post 500 videos and constantly iterate those videos and make them better and better and better will outgrow and outperform the talented creator, hands down. Let's talk about secret number 2, which is passion. Because a lot of people think they have to be very passionate about something or about making videos in order to become a YouTuber. And I would say that's a really good thing, because you should be passionate about creating content. You hear all of these YouTube gurus say, hey, you shouldn't be a YouTuber unless you love making videos. You gotta be passionate about your content. You gotta just love it. You gotta be able to make YouTube videos and not get paid for it. Look, passion doesn't just spark out of thin air like pixie dust, my friends. Passion is built through repetition. Like we just talked about, obsession builds talent. Obsession also builds passion. You hear everyone say, follow your passion, you know, find what you love, and success will follow you. It's all BS, all right? I mean, there's a little bit of truth to it, but most of the time, repetition is what is going to build the passion. Let me explain to you real quick, in 30 seconds, how I started YouTube. I went on YouTube one day and I saw other creators playing a game that I liked. I then watched some of those videos and I was like, whoa, this is cool. So then I decided, what if I make my own YouTube channel? So that's what I did. I made my own YouTube channel. I posted some videos and I posted some more videos and then I posted a couple more videos. But here's the thing, I was not passionate. There was not ounces of love dripping out of my body for these YouTube videos. I had no passion. I was just curious. videos. A lot of people, when they start YouTube, they're curious. They see other people do it and they're like, whoa, this is kind of cool. I want to try it myself. My passion for creating content was grown over the course of about 3 years. If I stumble on the basketball court and I pick up a basketball, do you think I'm just going to instantly fall in love with basketball? That doesn't even make any sense. You gotta play basketball every day for weeks, months, maybe even years, and then your passion will grow for the love of the game. So you don't have to be obsessed with making content to get started. You just need to be curious. You need to be excited. You need to be inspired. Simple things like that. That passion will grow over time as you make more videos. Secret number 3, picking your market. It's very important what type of content you make. Now, of course, you want to be passionate about making content. Of course, your passion will grow, but it's important to pick a market that is growing and that is flourishing on YouTube. Now, the reason I say this is because not everything makes a good YouTube video or a good YouTube channel. For example, Johnny, what's your favorite mobile game? Give me an example. We're gonna prove this right now.
Subway Surfers.
Subway Surfers. How many downloads does Subway Surfers have? Oh my gosh. Chat says Subway Surfers has a total of 4 billion lifetime downloads. Nearly half of the planet has downloaded and possibly played Subway Surfers. Holy crap, that's a big market. Johnny, should I make a YouTube channel about Subway Surfers? That sounds like a good idea, right?
I think so, yes.
That sounds like a fire idea. I'm gonna type in Subway Surfers on YouTube. Let's see if I can find a Subway Surfer YouTube channel. This is one of the biggest channels I can find right now for Subway Surfers. I'm trying to find a channel that is still actively uploading Subway Surfer videos because this is a massive game, right? 4 billion people have played this game. This guy has 600,000 subscribers. He uploaded a video 2 days ago. It got 1,000 views. Now, obviously, he doesn't really have thumbnails, 4,000 views, 3,000 views. His channel is just not taking off. But why is his channel not taking off? Subway Surfers has 4 billion people that play it. I'll tell you why. It's as simple as this. Just because something that our people are talking about doesn't mean it makes a good YouTube channel. There's some massive games. Johnny, I'm sure you've heard of, like, have you played World of Warcraft, maybe League of Legends? So those games are massive, but no YouTube channels are massive. They're live streaming games, right? Because Subway Surfers is an awesome game, but Subway Surfers is an awesome game when you play it, not when you watch it. And that's the difference. So you want to pick markets with built-in demand on YouTube, not with built-in demand somewhere else in the universe. If you're making constant Subway Surfer content, no one is watching it. Why is no one watching it? Because everyone is playing the game, not watching videos about the game. Now, however, there is video games that people watch. Video games like Minecraft, Roblox, Fortnite. These are massive games. GTA, huge games on YouTube. Arc Raiders, right? I think one of the smartest decisions that I made is I picked one of the fastest growing games in history. Now, I didn't know it was the fastest growing game in history because when I started filming the game, it was in 2012. This game was obviously Minecraft, but I was able to grow my channel with the game. I mean, think about this. Every single year, there was millions of players being added to the game. At the same time, I was also uploading hundreds of videos. And on top of that, the game of Minecraft was a game that people loved watching almost more than they loved playing the game. Now, obviously, there's tons of niches on YouTube. You have automotive content. Matt Armstrong is a great example. He's making these insane videos where he takes this car that has crashed and rebuilds it, getting millions of views. Why is that entertaining? Because it's more entertaining to watch someone rebuild a car than it is to do it yourself. So you want to find a niche that has a big market demand on YouTube. This is one of the most important things you can focus on. You also want to choose a niche where the audience demand is high, but the supply is low. So when I started my Minecraft channel, there was so many people watching Minecraft videos. I mean, creators were uploading survival Let's Play videos and getting 8 million views on episode 32. I mean, it was ridiculous. So there was so many people watching Minecraft, but there wasn't that many creators. So So perfect market fit. You also want to stay consistent inside one category, right? You don't really want to jump around. When I grew my channel, I stuck with Minecraft and that's all I did. I was focused. I don't want to switch to tech content or movie reviews or something that doesn't make sense because that's not for my audience. The problem is that most creators are going to end up picking a niche that they like, but not a niche that the market wants. That's the difference, right? Is there a real demand for this content? Are people actively searching for it? Can you find 5 channels in the niche that have millions of subscribers? They're still uploading videos and they're still getting hundreds of thousands of views on those videos. That's a good market to be in. Why? Because these other creators have already proved that there's huge demand for this style of content and the style of videos. Now, the next secret is a big one. You can't tell anyone. Let's talk about idea branching. Now, don't worry about all the numbers. Just focus on this guy, a tree, right? I believe some of the best content on YouTube and some of the best creators focus on making their channels like a tree. They want to grow it from the base. And the base of the tree is very simple. It's focused on one niche. It's focused on one path. But once the tree grows branches, you want to focus on the branches. And what I mean by that is if you look at one of my channels, you can very clearly point out the branches. I have videos about cardboard. I have videos about last to leave. I have videos about survival. I have videos about Legos. Now, if you look into these branches, I've posted over 40 videos about Legos. I've probably posted like 80 survival videos. I've probably posted 60 last to leave videos. The branches of the tree keep growing. Now, this is something we talk about a ton in Blueprint University, which is our completely free 11-hour course that you can get in the description right now. Completely free. You don't even have to give me your email. You literally just go to our website and watch it. That's it. We talk about this very deeply in the Ideas Intermediate section and the Ideas Pro section. Both very good sections to watch when it comes to being able to brainstorm better ideas for the branches of your tree. But let's say you're a content creator and you want to take it to the absolute next level. You're like, you know what? I ain't sitting down and watching a course. I need help now, okay? If that's you, then we also have Blueprint Premium, where my entire team will actually come onto your channel and do an entire audit of your channel. We will figure out everything that's going on in terms of the health of your channel, your audience, and the future of your videos, and the past, all of the mistakes and lessons that you've learned, and we build an entire audit package. I'll review the audit package with my team, and we'll send it over to you and make sure it's good. And then we also have group coaching and a bunch of other things in the community. We've had some awesome creators join so far. We just had one of our first creators pass 10K a month in revenue, which is pretty sick. So if you're interested in that, check the link in the top of the description. The next secret I want to talk about is going viral is actually engineered. It's not just random luck. Now, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes videos go viral for apparently no reason. At least that's what it seems like. But most of the videos that I have posted that have gone viral on my channel have been engineered to go viral. And they're typically engineered through ideation. Now, this is something we talked about in the beginning of the video. You notice a pattern between all of these things: repetition, doing more, posting more videos, improving the videos, right? You see where I'm going with this. My first ever video that got 1 million views was actually the same video recreated 23 times in 23 different ways. I kid you not. So my thing is that sometimes, or a lot of the time, creators have viral videos on their channel right now, but the reason they haven't gone viral is because they need to take that video, add a slight twist to it, and do it 23 more times. Because going viral comes from ideating the video and improving the video and making it better and better and better. So you can't just upload one concept or one video and expect for it to go viral. It doesn't happen like that. That's almost never happened on my channel. It typically takes 5, 10, 20, maybe even 30 tries. It's actually funny that we were talking about this because I just got off of our group coaching call with a bunch of our creators, and that was one of the questions that they asked. They said, how do you know when to stop trying for a video idea? And I asked him, what kind of content do you make? Do you make long form or short form? This creator makes short form content. I was like, you can pump out short form videos a lot quicker than long form videos. So if you have an idea that you really believe in and it hasn't gone viral yet, you need to pick a number that's pretty high and do that video maybe 20 or 30 times. And after after 20 or 30 attempts, if it doesn't go viral, then maybe kill the idea. However, if you're posting long form videos that are 10, 15 minutes long, it's not realistic to make 20 to 30 versions of this video sometimes for most creators. So maybe you might make 4, 5, or 8 videos, right? You want to kind of just pick a number. Now, when I was growing my channel, I didn't really pick a number. I was just grinding. And when I mean grinding, look at this. I was uploading 400, 800, 800, 500 videos per year. So I needed a lot of formats that I could just repeat. I needed series. That allowed me to end up making 40 versions of a similar video, but out of those 40 videos that I uploaded, 3 of them might go viral. The next secret I want to talk about is upgrading from volume to quality. Now, I know we just talked about volume, which is funny, but quality is also very important. But the thing is quality has to be scaled over time. You can't just flip a switch and start making quality videos. You have to train yourself how to make quality videos. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to make your last video your competition. Continue to improve your video over and over and over again. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna look at the last video that you posted, and you're gonna try to find 3 things to improve. It could be your thumbnail, your title, your intro, your personality, your filming, your editing. Pick 3 things and then improve them on the next video. And do that 150 times. And keep doing it 200 times, 300 times, 400 times, 600 times, 1,000 times. And you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, whoa, my videos are all of a sudden 10 times more quality than they were 2 years ago. Magic. I have taken multiple channels from 0 to 10 million subscribers, and I can tell you, going from 0 to 1 million subscribers, that is really hard. But going from 1 million to 10 million is also really freaking hard. And one of the biggest differences between the 0 to 1 and the 1 to 10 is the quality. Really focusing on the quality. Because in order to go from 1 to 10, you need videos with 20, 30, 50 million views. And those are typically videos that have really good quality creative, really good quality intros, personality, filming, editing, whatever it is, whatever your audience cares about. The flip to this is that quality, a lot of creators, when they think of the word quality, they think of a better camera, a better filming. Quality is what is important to your audience. That's the most important thing. That's what quality is. Forget the fancy camera. Forget the fancy visual effects. Now, of course, those things can be important. They can be exciting. But if the audience doesn't care about those things, they don't matter. Quality is what your audience cares about. And that's why you constantly improve the videos over and over and over again and slowly push yourself to videos that your audience does care about. The last secret is that systems create empires. If you want to scale to the big leagues and get diamond play buttons like this, you need a system in place. Otherwise, it's going to be complete creative chaos. And every day you're going to be running around the house with your hair on fire because you don't know what the heck is going on. And it's funny that I'm explaining this because the entire reason I built Blueprint is to be a system for creators that they can follow to get continual success from their videos. And if people would just watch the course, that's 11 hours. I know it's a big ask, but it's 100% free. If you would just take those things and implement them to your YouTube channel, I can almost guarantee you that you will find success in some way, shape, or form. Because these are the same principles that I use to grow multiple channels to over 10 million subscribers, and I still use them today. Literally today, I just had a brainstorming meeting with my creative team, and we were going over the principles that we talk about in the Idea Pro section of Blueprint University. So my point is that you gotta build systems for ideas, titles, thumbnails. You also gotta document the things that worked and the failures, and you gotta learn from these mistakes. This is all building your system. You also gotta build a system of maybe a team, right? Maybe an editor, a thumbnail designer, someone to help you scale. Because the reality is, when I was posting 800 videos a year, I was not editing all the videos. I had a team of 3 editors help me. Instead, I was filming for about 8 hours a day, and that's pretty much it. I was just filming, creative, ideas, filming, thumbnails, filming, but I never edited anything because I had an editing system in place. And that year, I'm pretty sure I got like 2.5 billion views that year on my videos, which is freaking insane. In 1 year, you need a system. If you want to scale this to the big numbers, you need a system. So that's my 7 steps. Where can you go from here? The next next thing you can do is you can go watch our course 100% free. If you've already done that, then you can head over to Blueprint Premium and you can actually work with my team and we can help you grow your channel. So check out the links in the description. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon in a new video.
All right, so I'm currently at my dashboard on smmshiba.com, and do not get confused by the website names. SMM and SMM Dodge are actually the same website. So all you have to do once you've created yourself an account here is to go on list, click on this category icon, select, and here you want to select something, basically any option that says from with video. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and this should be already fine. 2014, 2017, yeah. Now I'm going to click on buy, confirm, and now you can go onto your product orders and you will see this is pending. All right, the order is now completed. This didn't even take 2 minutes. What you want to do now is you want to copy that ID, and we want to be organized, right? Especially if we have multiple channels, you will not find them again. So make sure to save it somewhere.